Hello all. I got Sloop's Super Soft IPA. I like their Bomb series of IPAs. Pretty good. It seems like there's a little bit of a batch variation, especially now that they're making such big batches. Yeah, the last batch I had of the 12-ounce Juice Bomb was pretty good, but I have a review up there where I'm like super enthusiastic about it. They still are, I think, the best for your price. Hazy IPAs are coming out now, but so the deal with the Super Soft is it's 6%, and they advertise it as having no boil hops. So that means they don't use any hops in the old-fashioned way of contributing bitterness. No like bittering hop additions. So then it's gonna be very low in bitterness, obviously, but then they'll add a crap load while they're cooling the beer down, and probably during fermentation, and dry hopping in sort of ways. I don't know what hops are in this; they're not listed, but this can's pretty fresh. It's from the 15th, so it's 17 days old, and I've never had it before. I'm guessing it's kind of like Juice Bomb, just a little lower alcohol, and Juice Bomb itself is extremely low in bitterness, so I'm wondering if this is going to be a little too sweet for my tastes. Looks pretty good. Not ultra, oh yeah, it's pretty darn hazy and pale. Head's looking pretty nice. It smells pretty good too. Very, very, very citrusy. It's not all tropical creaminess. It has that in there. It smells big on pineapple, with lots of orange and kind of like melon maybe. Kind of creamsicle-y, but it's not too sweet. It's not too candy-like, I would say. It's hitting actual fruit notes, I would say, specific fruits. Distant banana, nothing too weird and yeasty though. I like that. It still has a dryness to it and almost a tartness to it, even though it's very, very low in bitterness, but it's kind of lip smacking. And then there's some like a raw hop in there. Maybe it's also just, I'm noticing the actual flavor of malted barley. Like if you go to a brewery and you smell it when they're mashing it in, I'm getting some of that in here, which I always really like, especially in these IPAs that are like all fruit. It's like, whoa, is malted barley really like the main dry ingredient in this like all beers? But it's got that going on. Yeah. Even though when you finish the sip, it doesn't have that bitterness you expect from an IPA. When you start it though, it has texture and some kind of acidity and tanginess that makes it kind of dry, but then the finish is just like, no lingering bitterness at all, and it kind of works. I wonder if they even add like citric acid or something to it. Like their beers have this quality that makes it seem like it's actually juicy, like it actually has a little bit of acidity from the fruit naturally has. It's not sour, I wouldn't say. It's pretty soft on the palate, though it does have kind of a powdery, almost chalky thing going on. It helps with drying it out the palate a little bit too. I'm not sure if you're in the mood for something like this. It's probably one of the better, kind of like zero IBU. I guess a lot of breweries have called this style a zero IBU IPA, and it definitely works. It's not too sweet. It's not over dry hopped or anything where it gets ultra chalky. It's pretty palatable. And there's some bits of dankness. It's not really that ultra green, but I can tell it's really hop saturated. And it gives you all of the citrusiness, but then there's some kind of woodsy not quite vegetal, but just something going on, like resinous quality from the hops. It does, almost fill in for that bitterness. Yeah, I might even like it more than the last batch of Juice Bomb that I got. It's good. I wouldn't mind if it had a teeny bit more bitterness, but it works for what it is. I give it over a 4, and it's really unique. It's very different from a lot of the hazy stuff I've been drinking, and I've been drinking a lot of hazy beers that are barely bitter. But this does it in a unique way that stands out. Like maybe almost a 4.25 on this one from me, maybe around there. It's worth picking up if you see it, especially because this is the first time I think it's been shipped kind of more widely around the Northeast. So it's good. Bye.